Coming up on Mountain News this morning, we have the latest on the East Kentucky Veterans Center here in Hazard after 2 employees tested positive for COVID-19. And as Governor Beshear continues lifting restrictions in Kentucky, we take a look at what role contact tracing plays in keeping people safe.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Lacey Roberts, and thank you for joining us on Mountain News this morning. Today is Tuesday, June 30th, or like we call it around here, Monday 2.0. Now, those temperatures outside were a little different. You know, we started off with the severe weather alert day. Let's bring in Brandon Robinson to see what we have in store for today. Brandon, what can we expect for those temperatures? Do we need the rain gear? Is it going to be air we can wear? What's going on?
Everything, all of it. Basically, we're going to see more rain chances. We're still under that flash flood watch. We're still in a severe weather alert day. It's still going to be a mild and muggy day, to say the least. And there's just a little bit of rain around this morning. Not as bad as it was yesterday morning along the I-75 corridor, but up near I-64, we're going to continue to see some pockets of rain there going back into the Big Sandy. But for the most part, a much quieter start to the day today. Flash flood watch until 8 o'clock. It was pushed out from yesterday at 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock tonight, and it was expanded a little further to the north there, closer to the I-64 Mountain Parkway corridor. So we're keeping an eye on that as we head through the daytime hours today. Temperatures in the upper 60s and 70s, or upper 60s and close to 70, similar to what it was this time yesterday. A little cooler out toward Danville, where they had a little bit of rain overnight, and the dew point's still high there between uncomfortable and instant sweat this morning. So your out the door forecast, pockets of scattered showers and storms today will continue, and some of those could feature some heavy rain at times. The full forecast on the way here in just a little bit. Lacey?
Thank you, Brandon. Governor Beshear confirmed 117 new cases of coronavirus last night in Kentucky. The state's total is now at 15,347. We also learned that 2 more people have died from the virus, bringing the total to 560 deaths. But Kentucky is nearing 4,000 recoveries. However, Governor Beshear says that number is likely higher because labs do not report recoveries. And in Lexington, there were nearly 100 new cases reported this past weekend, and there is some concerning news about one recent death. Health leaders in Lexington say a woman died in her 30s from COVID-19, and she had no underlying health conditions. She is one of the 27 people in Lexington who have died from COVID-19, and that includes 3 new deaths during the weekend. And just last week, we brought you a story from the Veterans Center in Hazard where an employee tested positive for COVID-19. Shortly after, we learned another employee had tested positive, prompting all veterans and staff to get tested. The results are in for all veterans, and officials are just waiting on one lab result from a staff member, and it all appears to be good news.
All of our veterans, the test came back negative, so we were so very pleased that none of our veterans have been infected. So the other good news is out of the 2 positives, there was one situation that warranted a retest, and we actually did 2 follow-up tests to that one, the second individual that got infected. They both came back negative.
Antibody testing was also done on the second employee who did test positive, and those results also came back negative. The initial employee who tested positive has not yet returned to work. And starting yesterday, Kentucky long-term care facilities were able to have visitors again. Since restricting visitation since early March, those in care have not been able to see their loved ones unless by parade, FaceTime, or even through plexiglass. But while the decision to allow visitation has some uneasy, the actual facilities that are allowing visitation may need some clarification. Assisted living facilities are on that list, and they are the lowest of care facilities where residents live more independently, only needing care such as medication, while skilled nursing facilities are on a higher spectrum, needing around-the-clock care. Yet both are still in the category of the most vulnerable.
And that's why we all are a little apprehensive about the visitation start back. But, you know, the residents really need that too. Our residents really need to see their people. I'm kind of glad that, you know, it's still a little bit scary, but I think that most of our nursing homes are well prepared for it.
Those who do visit must wear a mask, get their temperature checked, and wash their hands before and after visitation. And as part of lifting restrictions in Kentucky, health leaders say that it is important to have contact tracers. The hundreds of workers notify people who have had contact with positive COVID-19 patients. They work with local health departments using a system that now includes more than 40 states, but they need the public's help. The calls from healthcare workers are only effective if people receiving them are honest and cooperative, and they're essential to reopening safely. One roadblock to this goal is that many aren't quite sure exactly what contact tracing really is and what can lead to distrust.
One of the biggest challenges that I think we face is communications, and just effective communications, ranging from just understanding what contact tracing is and what it isn't.
Now, it is important to remember contact tracers will never ask for banking information, social security numbers, or any credit card information. And in-person unemployment services have already been extended in Boyd County. So many people showed up yesterday without an appointment. The Labor Cabinet said it's allowing those waiting in the walk-in line to come back for appointments tomorrow. The spots for yesterday and today filled up quickly. Some of the people waiting in line yesterday said they have been waiting long as 14 weeks to speak to someone just to get help. And all votes in Kentucky's primary are now in and counted, meaning it won't be long until we know who will challenge Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell in Kentucky's 2020 Senate race. Amy McGrath has pulled ahead in the race. She now leads by more than 2,700 votes, but that's with only 81% of precincts reporting their votes. County clerks still have until later today to turn in vote totals. You can stay updated on the latest election results by visiting our website, WYMT.com, or by using our WYMT app. Well, thank you for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. Coming up, Kentuckians are being called to donate blood as supplies dwindle to dangerously low levels across the country.
We continue to track rain chances today, and some of those could cause us some problems a little later on. I'll have the latest in about 3 minutes.